I would say, one of the better support heroes right now. It can even be played as the 5, and some teams even played on the offlane. So a little bit of flexibility on that hero, but I would expect it to be a 4 most likely.
All right. And the Crystal Maiden, again, we've been seeing her more and more kind of around this phase. Sometimes in the opener, but a popular 3rd or 4th pick when they need the 5, and I guess an okay complement to the Earth Spirit, plus some options against the Ember. Having that maxed out Frostbite, nice long duration root, help lock him down, should be good.
Yep. Crystal Maiden again, like we've been talking, it's like this kind of like, it's kind of like this hero that you need some kind of support. Crystal Maiden is kind of like okay at like he has some good stuff that he can do. You have this aura that helps your team. The Frostbite build feels pretty annoying against some heroes. And also you can set up some nice lanes with Crystal Maiden. Potential tri-lanes are pretty good. And kill potential as well on lane is pretty nice. So there's that about that hero. Axe Phoenix though, I do like that a lot again. It's as a CM, I think you're gonna be pretty sad lane against that type of lane.
Yeah, we saw an Axe pick go pretty well. Was it yesterday or was it the day before?
Yesterday, at least, Viscos played it the mid, and even though he had a rough laning stage,
yeah,
Chris Luck was able to do a lot with him in the game later on. So
that's what it was.
Axe is, I would expect this game at least Axe to have even a better lane than he had that game, and I think Axe as a general has been like getting a bit more like teams have been starting to play it again. Kind of goes off and on the hero, but I feel like the hero is really strong, especially if you're pairing it up with a strong, like kind of a strong laner, and you can do well in your lane. Zero can definitely do a lot with the farm and the levels that he gets early on. So
yeah, Battle Hunger has also become this weird spell that you see at least a second point put in it pretty frequently, and that often has the power to make or break a lane. Like if Axe just gets a couple of good denies and last hits in a row, that full duration Battle Hunger is pretty nasty, but a lot of execution required there.
It's that, and then you have the Phoenix as well. So you have that lane. It's really annoying for most supports to lane against it because you have this insane damage that you're taking, especially like a Crystal Maiden. It's gonna be really sad as this Crystal Maiden when you're gonna lane against this type of lane, especially when they get level 3. You're just gonna be constantly harassed and gonna be low HP, and then eventually, if you wanna commit, you might just die. So yeah, okay.
PL into Gyro. All right.
It's decent PL game, not the best. There is a Crystal Maiden Gyro. Earth Spirit is kind of okay against PL as well, so there is a lot of like. This is not that good of a PL game, I would say. So like, I think it's a fine PL game, but I don't think it's like insanely godlike PL pick here. Like, there's definitely some spells that can make the hero have some hard times in this game. So
it's an interesting pick for sure, and cruising through those final bans. Infamous looking to remove some position 5s, and Team Brazil looking to remove some position 3s. A very early Invoker pick from Infamous, and still assuming this whole time that it's just going to be their mid, but they do have last pick, so it would be a little peculiar to pick up the Invoker that early, but it also looks like they've got their supports, so I don't know. What does this mean? Saving last pick for an offlaner is a little peculiar.
I think it's sometimes okay if you are able to counter the lane. Like, you find some really good hero that can make the enemy team carry fine. Because at the same time, you pick Invoker like this, but they also pick Ember. So there's like, both teams are kind of showing a core early, and they don't care too much. So it's like, it's kind of this thing that teams are going to like more to this kind of route that if you feel confident with some type of hero, you can click it early, and you can like, you don't care too much what you play against. You can ban certain heroes, like you saw in Famous banned, they banned Broodmother, TA, Kunkka. So those they felt like those heroes are the ones that they are the most annoying for Invoker, and then they just ban them out. So now it feels like they can play. So that's like the idea of the leaving these last picks to sometimes to support and like maybe offlaners as well.
Yeah, I guess some of it is just the reactionary nature of like Ember is a mid laner that you'll first phase sometimes. He's high priority to get banned, and he's also a little flexible. You can put him in side lanes. And if Infamous are pretty confident that'll be the mid, then yeah, I see what you're saying. You just grab the Invoker, you know your potential matchup, and then you just ban out the hard counters. And Trient, the 5 for Brazil, and now Infamous. What is the offlaner to tie this all together? Like Centaur, maybe some more team fight.
There's okay. I would even think like a Tide Hunter is not too bad. I think you have a pretty nice lane. Gives them a really good team fight, what they lack a little bit right now. Underlord potentially could be decent. What else is there? Not really Magnus. I would not like that so much. I like the Tide Hunter and Underlord right now the most. Sand King is pretty good as well if they want to get more AoE. It's also the lane you're playing as PL3, and so you want to have some type of a hero that doesn't just get killed from running down since you have our spirit support.
Yeah. And I think they do need some meat. They need somebody pretty tanky. I think Underlord is a pretty good suggestion as well.
Yeah, the root is pretty nice as well against Ember, so you can have the really nice root follow-up stuff. So yeah, that would go for it.
Solid call. Ember or Underlord rather against the Ember Spirit. And now 2 roots, Crystal Maiden, Underlord. They're a really nasty combo. If you walk into the Underlord root and then get frostbitten, it's a disaster. So that's a cool combo that they can utilize before BKBs come out at least.
Yeah, it's I like the Underlord pick a lot. So it's just not only the thing that you're kind of good against Ember, but it's also you built these team fight items that your team really likes to have right now. You don't really have anyone that builds these auras like mech, pipe, whatever you want. It's a nice hero against PL as well. Right now, for sure, I wouldn't say it's a pretty rough PL game right now. I am the most scared for the laning stage of the Underlord. I think he should be fine, but there's the potential that they could maybe just run him down with this tree and the first early levels. So, but it is a good tree, good Underlord pick still. I think it's a nice one.
You're totally right. They need to find a way to secure the lane for Pepita. Feels like level 3 or so. That's usually around when Underlord starts to feel a little more safe. And at least with 2 points in the Firestorm, he can kill jungle camps somewhat effectively. The level 1 is pretty brutal. See you later, nerds.
If you have the level 2 of Firestorm, you can just stay kind of on the lane, and then if they want to go on you, they're going to take massive damage. And if the Earth Spirit is around, it's pretty hard for them to ever commit on the Underlord. So they just need to be securing him the level 3, and then it should be really good.
This Underlord looks badass, though. I'll give you that.
Yeah, that is pretty nice set.
He's actually intimidating.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
It looks like a proper demon. And a pause.
This is one thing about Underlord as well that I did not mention yet, but I think can be really good against the lineup of Team Brazil. Team Brazil has this massive AoE team fight with the Treant ulti and the Phoenix egg. So there's a potential that Underlord can just use Dark Rift in some fights and kind of bail his team. So that's also like a nice little tool that they have against this massive AoE team fight of Team Brazil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And I think that also is the hallmark of a good Underlord player is actually utilizing the ultimate to not only escape, but you can also use it aggressively. If you take a good fight and you've got a wave pushed out, you can teleport to a range creep or something and then take a deep objective that you ordinarily wouldn't be able to have time to run to. Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely a spell that maybe doesn't get as much attention to it. Like you think about the other 3 spells kind of a lot in this hero, but that spell has some really good, cool situations where it can actually be like really game winning as well. So it's a nice. I think it can have a lot of potential in this game, at least the Underlord pick and the spell as well, the ultimate.
All right. Well, we've got the resume, and it is time to get game 1 underway. 2 best of 3s coming up tonight, folks. So still a lot of Dota 2 ahead. Now, what's our second matchup today? I think it's Pace versus the Boons and Goons. So we'll get to see the collegiate squad again in our second game.
It's going to be one of those teams are going to have first win today, so at least that's going to happen. Both of them are 0-3, so...
Hey, there you go.
We'll see when that series is all started. I'm kind of excited for this. This team, Brazil team, they definitely have a lot of players that have been playing in some international stages as well. Some at least games in like minor and majors. So
yeah,
there is this team should be not too bad on paper, at least. I think this can be a really cool series.
Yeah, and our boy Francis Lee representing the North, playing down south. He's going to be playing the Phoenix this game. Also been around for quite a while in the North American region. And Costa Bile, I met this guy at Dota Pit 2017, 2016, something like that. He's been around for a long time. I think he's got a Han history as well.
Oh, okay.
I believe. Now up top, this gyro already going to be under assault. They're going to start with a very aggro tri-lane, Battle Hunger, the barbs from the tree, and a couple of fiery spirits. No kill.
A lot of harassment.
Yeah, they get him down nice and low. It's a good start.
It's gonna be like a lot of tangles being forced by the gyro here, so nice little play there from Phoenix and Treant. They're actually laying the Treant top and Phoenix is going bottom. This is interesting. Okay. I'm not sure about this. I mean, I think the one thing they might think as well that they destroyed the trees bottom. So the Treant might feel like that he doesn't feel that strong bottom lane because playing on the tree is pretty nice value for the Treant. You get the extra regen and you can get some nice hits off, and Nature's Grass as well works very nice for it. So
all right, that's two
tangos
and a salve now used. So the Phoenix has come back. I think they really want this first blood, and they'll probably get it onto Excel. Yes, they do.
A good kill. Because now CM doesn't have a TP. Since she TP'd from the bottom lane to top lane after the bounty runes, now Gyro is going to be on this lane alone, and now the Treant is going to go bottom. So, okay. They just wanted to get that kill. That's a cool little play from them there. Get a nice head start for the top lane as well.
Yeah, so there's that deforestation down bottom. Treant probably going to have to play on the right side of the lane, which makes a little room for Michael. But, you know, you can always play Treant like a regular 5 and just stack and pull, and, you know, you don't necessarily have to be womping on him the whole time. Although it is a big benefit. God, he hits for 94 at level 2.
Really strong. Really hard for, like, melee heroes to kind of trade with Treant right now. Like, you see Michael just running away because he knows he can't win this trade, so...
Yeah, it's
trying.
He's
trying to hit, but...
basically, Tree has a double damage compared to him. And now the Nature's Grasp actually blocks the roll.
He might actually die here.
I think he is. Play. I think he's done. That's it, dude. KJ just whomps him. He gives him the branches. That was a misplay from Michael, though. You knew that he was scared, and then he kind of started trading with him, and then it was a little too late. Yeah.
It was a nice block on the Balder from the Treant as well. Securing that kill, nice little kill for him, and he's gonna be able to just get some more regen sent out to him and some XP. So nice little thing there, nice little play there.
It's a great start for Team Brazil. Kills in both side lanes, and now this Ember Spear. Look at that CS difference, 13-7 compared to the 7-1 Invoker. Just now hits 8. As many denies on the Ember as the Invoker has last hits. That's never a good sign. It is a Quaswex Invoker, so plenty of regen, but he is a little bit light on the right clicks.
That is definitely a bit surprising to me, because I don't feel like that matchup is too bad for Invoker. I think it's kind of like an even matchup, and I definitely have seen even this Quaswex Invoker doing like even against Embers. So I would say just, I would say Coffee. I think it's 4DR, right?
I would hope so. If this is just some... new player named Coffee that's dominating mid this hard, I want to know his real alias. So we'll assume it's ADR with a mistag, but I genuinely don't know. Can we look at his profile or something? Will that yield any help? I don't know how that's going to help anything.
Let's see if it's like something.
Maybe it's like a new account or something. Looks like this account was made 2019, so...
Yeah, it might be a new account, so...
Not sure what happened.
It might be him, but anyway, yeah, he's doing really good on this thing. I think he's just outplaying the Invoker, which is gonna be a nice thing for him because he already has a bottle now, and now there's a rune spawning, so he should really look to try to get a rune here. And it's pretty hard for the Invoker to contest him on the rune since pretty low.
The Gyro's doing okay up top, though. They picked on this CM a little bit, and Tavo continuing to harass with that level 2 Battle Hunger.
A nice rotation from Michael.
Oh, Coffee. I think he's done here. He gets the double damage, but Michael sets up the kill. Very nice.
Very nice from Michael there. That's a needed kill for the Invoker. He's gonna at least get a little bit of time now to get some farms, so It's a really nice rotation from their Spirit there, knowing that the rune is gonna spawn, so playing for that. And he also knows that they can't really do much to Papita at this point anymore. He's level.
He sure is. And now the battle starting to break out in preparation for the bounties. Costabile, he'll be okay with a doppelganger. And runes look like they might just go even. Dyer getting in position to grab bottom. And a little battle up top. It's going to be Flea versus Excel. And Flea might just be dead here. There's a homing missile ready to chase him down.
He should die here.
A little bit of help from the living armor.
Doesn't have mana on the Crystal Maiden. Almost.
Close, though.
But he doesn't have boots, so I don't think he's gonna catch Flea here. Flea can just TP out. Yeah.
Okay, Flea's good. And the runes up top. Looks
Unless he's gonna go back here.
Okay, and Flea, are you gonna make it? No mana on the CM. Hard to get off those right clicks with the fiery spirits. He gets in a fog, but no, she finds it. Excel gets the kill.
Well, that's a nice kill for Axel there, because I think Flea was completely fine there. He could just TP it out. So, and CM was gonna go back to base anyway. So just now he gets the free boots out of that, and that helps CM's game a lot.
And that secures 3 runes for the Dyer. They only got their safe one.
Yeah. So, pretty even game still, I would say, but I do think that Infamous is taking a small lead. I think their moves are being right now pretty good. Obviously nothing too big of a deal, like both still really even game, but I do like what the few minutes Infamous have been doing right now.
Yeah, and this is kind of the dream for the Underlord. You get him a decent start, and now he's #1 on net worth. He's a level up on the PL. He's got 2 points in that Atrophy aura, and you can see the pressure onto Costabile. He is in big trouble. No doppelganger, and he's done. KG's here. He'll keep the tower safe, but this Underlord is in full bully mode. This is how you want to play.
Yep, nice stuff. They're kind of winning 3 lanes now. I mean, they were kind of losing this mid lane, but Michael was doing a nice rotation. And they're gonna kill Tavo as well, it looks like.
Yeah, this is a TP in from KXY, and it's gonna set up a kill onto Tavo. Now Flea, Icarus dive available, so not gonna be a kill that they can find, but good rotation from the Invoker, and helps set up a further lead for the team. All 3 cores top of the charts, 4-2 in total kills.
They might kill Flea as well. They saw him running there in the ward. They do know he is here.
Run, Francis! Oh boy. That's a dead Phoenix. 5-2 now.
Invoker getting active. He was having a rough lane until Earth Spirit helped him, and now he's helping his team, so it's nice to see like this, you know, helping each others to get online, get like stronger, so nice little rotations coming from the mid and the position 3 in this game from Infamous, using their heroes pretty well.
Things slowing down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be like not like I wouldn't see like too much play potential for right now. I think Infamous have a kind of a fast lineup that they can look to play fast in like the next 10 minutes. And I would think after 10 minutes they would look to collapse the bottom with the gyrocopter. But right now I think it's just gonna be kind of farming on lanes, and nothing special should happen.
Mid
Maybe
lane,
some situations.
Another win for the Invoker, getting the regen rune. And now they'll chase down the Ember Spirit. This was a really good setup from Michael again. He saw the Remnant. He was ready and waiting as the Invoker started to punish. And they were able to find the kill and chase him down without any additional Remnants down. Now, while that's happening, it was a 3v1 down bottom. And Costabile will get a kill on Pepita. Decent bounty there. So a 1-for-1, 2 cores dead.
Yeah, that's a good trade from, I would say, both. Maybe even Team Brazil is a bit more happy about that, because that also allows Costabile to farm, because he was kind of having a really rough time here on the lane. But now at least it buys him like some time to farm on this lane. However, obviously you don't want your Ember to die either. Tavo might end up dying though.
Tavo definitely dying here. The homing missile will chase him down. Pesky spell that is. A value point indeed. Is Gyro now level 7 and has his treads. Curious what build we'll see. If it's just drums, S and Y, the fast Aghanims. Certainly a couple of options for the Gyro depending on what tempo they're thinking about.
I think drums sounds really nice. Like the way that their heroes are looking, I think drums is the best. But Yeah, I don't really see any other thing. I think the drums is like a perfect item for gyro right now, and it really fits in this game as well. That what they're like doing. So
Yeah.
I would assume he's gonna buy drums, but let's see what
He's
he ends
got
up deciding. to
double
go for.
boots queued up right now, so who knows what's going on with that. Meanwhile, up top, though, Tavo, again, double call down, going to connect, and, man, that's an easy setup. Michael goes charging in, and the gyro's there with all the backup. Though they might punish Michael. They rotate 3 additional heroes. He's looking to roll. Another nice play from Coffee, a.k.a. ADR, and now they're going to go in onto Gyro. But rotation from the Invoker. Tornado not going to connect. EMP, Cold Snap. That'll help set up onto the tree. And KG going to get brought down by a Rocket Barrage.
All right. A lot of stuff happening in the top lane. Meanwhile, Papira is just chilling bottom, pushing this bottom lane in, and Costabile is trying to get some pressure on the mid lane as well, which is a nice little trade from him. He knows he can't really lane against the Underlord, so at least he's making lane pressure on mid lane while things are happening top. So Flea is gonna go bottom and look to defend this tower. It's really important that they try to defend as many towers, since the Treant has maxed out the living armor.
Oh.
It's something that I think Team Brazil should look to just think about more. Just trying to hold these towers as long as you can and delay the pushes.
Okay. Yep, and of course the changes to living armor now. No more instances, just total healing over a duration with bonus armor. So better at mitigating right clicks as you get more armor, but you know, it's not as much total heal on the tower. So it's like a slow and steady kind of thing for the Treant.
Yeah, it's also the armor part. Like it's it kind of matters in that factor that you want to push. It's gonna take you a long time when this thing is. You need to bring a lot of heroes.
That part's a big upgrade. It's like before you'd get more total healing if nobody's hitting it, but the instances made it harder to actually defend. The Phoenix will fall bottom, but now the rotation from Coffee looking for a counter kill onto Michael. Tower shots assisting, and the roll again blocked.
Okay, nice little TP there. Now Papira is gonna. He just really wants to get this tower. Tavo is having a really rough game, though.
Yeah, good setup from KG. They get another counter kill onto Excel, but no follow-up to finish off the Invoker. Yeah, what do you do when you're an Axe like this? Like, he's got Phase Boots and a Blink Dagger queued up with 250 gold. At this rate, I'm worried even if he gets the Blink, he'll be so damn squishy that it won't really be that useful anyway.
Yeah, that is true. Like, I'm not sure what Axe is having a rough game, and I think they needs to go for the blink, but they just need to protect this top lane more. That's the idea.
Okay, now,
bottom lane though, I'm just looking at this bottom lane non-stop, and they really want this tower.
Yeah, they're gonna dive Flea. 2 fights at once. Looks like Flea is gonna die, and up top they get the kill onto KJ rather.
Flea actually survives. He did a nice dive and egg. Buys him a little bit of time, but I think he's gonna end up getting dived now though. This time I think he's gonna die.
One last Icarus dive, but the homing missile. Yeah, even a call down up in a couple seconds, but probably won't be necessary as Excel goes down up top. Tavo able to get a little aggressive and find a kill for himself. That's pretty nice. A lot of kills being exchanged in opposite sides of the map, but it is Infamous that is constantly coming out ahead, and now the Aghanim's not far off for the Gyro. So he's been getting very involved, 4-0 and 2, and also being able to pick up
die again, I think.
Farming item is quite nice. Yeah, there goes his mana pool. I don't think there's any hope to survive this one, although he does have some friends coming in. Ember Spirit nearby, and they won't be able to.
Man, it's a hard game for the Axe right now, and it's not gonna like. The problem is that he doesn't really have space to farm, since Costabile wants to take most of the jungle, so where do you want to go? You want to go bottom? It's not going to be like a lot of space for you anyway to farm. You can't really be mid, so the only lane that you can be is this top lane, but you need to bring supports. Tavo is just non-stop feeding, and he's not gonna get too close to this blink timing if you don't help him.
Yeah,
so it's pretty hard situation for Team Brazil right now.
Yeah, he's barely making progress towards that blink now at about 600 gold.
They wanna make a mid move right now. They do have their good team fight ultis, so that is the good thing of their lineup. They also have a defusal.
They go in onto the PL, follow up from the Treant, but Costabile gets deleted. Way too much damage from the Gyro Invoker, and now back to the tower. Flea trying to jump in for some additional damage. Tavo off to the side, might be able to find the Gyrocopter, rooted up, taunted, but no! Excel finishes him off. Tavo's that squishy right now. The egg does go off. KXY still alive, and now the Ember, he's going to be rooted up. They kill KJ, and it's a 3-0. A spread-out fight, but messy for Team Brazil. And now the Sunstrike guesses the wrong way.
It's away.
Ooh, that was close.
Okay.
The Atos was in the air. Whew.
It's still really good for Infamous. Like, they win that fight when I think it does.
Off the mark.
They're
Okay, that was
gonna get
interesting.
him, I think, still.
Yep, EMP, this should connect, and the cold snap will be more than enough, so.
They felt like it was an illusion, so, but
Yeah.
they were smoked, so that's why I was a bit surprised, because the smoke broke, so that it, like, I was surprised that they didn't react that fast, but they didn't get the kill, so.
It all works out in the end.
Yeah.
Afraid
Yeah.
of some kind of big brain play there where the PL maybe saw that coming, you know,
Yeah.
farming a side camp or on the low ground. Either way, big rotation, and now they'll probably look to take this tier 1 mid. They've got a siege creep, so this one will be difficult to keep alive even with the living armor. They're going to pass through the jungle now. They're going to catch 2. Beautiful tornado. Plenty of lockdown for the Phoenix. Flea will head to the grave. And now ADR, is he going to be in trouble as well? Stunned up, the homing missile. It's a lot of lockdown. They need a little more damage, though. Now the gyro in pretty deep. Some help from his team, and now the getaway. Pepita not able to save the gyro. Tavo with a nice play there, and everyone else will survive. That's a big kill.
That's a big kill, and it's also for Tavo that gold, so now he is gonna have his Blink Dagger almost. If he sells something here, he might get it even from that, so really big kill. Maybe getting a little bit too overexcited there with Infamous. Needs to still respect their heroes and their damage out of their like spells, so. But Infamous is still in a good position, but now I think Team Brazil is gonna have a nice timing with this Blink Dagger as well, that they can use to look for a fight when they have their ultimates ready.
19-8. And what's Gyro thinking about next? Once the Maelstrom, and then I imagine a BKB probably worked in there,
Yeah.
maybe
BKB.
Satanic at some point.
It could be Satanic, and I think maybe Manta might. This might be one of those games that Manta has a lot of value for him, but
Is that for
we'll
like
see.
the Fiery Spirits? What else? I guess also the tree and
the tree and root. So if you don't want to use BKB for the tree and root, because you kind of need like you want to use BKB before you're gonna get rooted, so you have something for the root. So that in that sense, it's also the Searing Chains from Ember,
Okay.
potential X cold dodge. So I think Manta has a lot of value in this game. I don't normally like the Manta gyro, but I think this game would be okay.
Ember just got exploded. I mean, that was that was kind of impressive how fast they were able to kill him. Well
They
done.
have a lot of burst. For sure, they have this Veil as well. I've been talking about this Veil a lot, and I really like that Michael has it. Such a good item with their team as well. Amplifies so much of their damage in this early mid game.
Yeah, I mean, all 5 of their heroes benefit a lot from that. Bit of a lag spike here. Looks like my internet might have dropped. Can you hear me?
KXY though, famous here.
Oh, looks like I'm back. I DC'd for a second.
Yeah, I thought about it.
I think my whole
But-
internet dropped for a second, actually. Hopefully the stream reconnects here. That was really weird.
Infamous having a good fight here. They're diving a bit deep.
Okay, I am back in, and looks like I missed most of the fight. 2 dead on the side of Infamous. Reinitiation now into the PL.
Nice kill there as well. And then they can just go back to base, region up, or they might just go somewhere else as well. And it is a space. Yeah, they can just go farm out the lanes and think about the Roshan again. They can just keep up the pace that they have right now. And, like, their lineup is, they're all itemizing to kind of close out the game in the next 15 minutes, I would say. The way they're like itemizing, so they should keep it up right now how they're playing.
All right, so sorry, I was kind of half tabbed out, making sure we're all good now. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. I'm running a local delay, so I'm not actually sure what happens there. So we'll see. Hopefully, you might have missed a couple minutes of gameplay. You might have missed like a 2-minute interval there. Either way, I think we're back and we're good. Sorry about that. Fucking Comcast. Roche pit now for the Dire.
Yeah, they should be able to. I mean, Brazil needs to fight this. That's like they can't afford giving this Aegis for Gyro. But it's gonna be a hard fight still. Like,
Tavo jumps in with a beautiful Berserker's Call, but is the support going to be there? The egg up on the high ground, Radiant getting very low. This Gyro doing so much damage. KJ rather, and Tavo both dead. They're also going to get Costabile, and this fight disastrous for Team Brazil. They're going to get run down, a clean sweep, a 5-0 as KXY gets some style points. Sunstrike to find the last kill. The bounty runes will still go the way of the Dire, and now, of course, they will walk right into the Roche pit.
and they're just doing really nice on Infamous. They have, they're playing well with their like. I think this is like one of the better ones I've seen, at least in this North American games what I've been watching. How they like play their lineup with their full strengths. They understand that their heroes are really strong at this time. They're itemizing everyone to help each other, and they're just outplaying them, and they're just having these really cool items and really cool like cool spells to be able to just win these fights. Even like Team Brazil has a good teamfight lineup as well. They're just getting outplayed, and they are so much behind as well at the same time. It's pretty hard for them to take these fights. Underlord has like this mech as well, and the Eidos, so they have this lot of damage coming out from him, and the save as well. So it's a hard situation for Team Brazil right now.
It's like this dynamic where the PL is really far behind the Gyro, like an item and a half. So that's already bad. And then you realize that PL is the leading farmer on his team by a pretty big chunk. Ember and Axe both 2.5k net worth behind him. So it's bad across the board. They're trying to do a lot with these little value items they've got. And you'll see Ember manage to survive down bottom, but he's still pretty far away from the Deso. It looks like he wants next. Axe thinking about a pipe. That's going to be kind of a long shot. Manta next for PL. Still a lot of farming to go. Only halfway to the ulti orb. Looking tough. Looking real tough. 98% says Dota Plus right now, and honestly, I think that's pretty fair.
I also think Infamous, they don't need to stop the phase here. They can just keep going. They can probably look to get the Satanic, and then they can just keep running at them non-stop. They don't need to farm anything. They don't need any items. They're like not close to any important items. Only the Satanic, I think, is probably worth farming.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And when you DC with the local delay server, it's kind of weird. They still get to see me when I'm disconnected because it's delayed. That's so weird. It's like really messing with my brain right now, seeing the delay. And still just keeping tabs to make sure everything's all right. It looks like it was just a temporary hiccup, though, folks. Again, sorry about that. Smoke up, though. Dire invis, and I don't think they'll find anything with this one.
No, probably not.
They still got a tier 1 tower to knock down, so that'll keep them busy.
Yeah, on Team Brazil, they just need to buy time and try to fight in the base, because they don't really have any other chance to fight outside in the base right now.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
But meanwhile, Infamous is just trying to get bigger and bigger, and now they have the Satanic finished on Paka, so they can probably just look to go for more objectives here. They're gonna look to dive Flea here as well.
Does have an Icarus dive, but silence, plenty of stun, and that's an easy kill.
Dire's bottom
And
tower
Invoker,
nice.
meanwhile, stalking the Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, they want to catch him, and this definitely could be a kill here.
He's going to need a little help, and in comes Michael. There you go, Costa
Nice
Bile.
rotation. Can just go mid, I think, here. They could look to just connect here and try to push, but instead feel like just farming and pushing out the waves. It's pretty good as well. They definitely have the ages and the strong timing right now to kind of do what they want.
Shrient, he might get scouted out. Nope, never mind. KXY runs back the other way. Yeah, it definitely feels like right now Infamous are holding all the cards. They can kind of choose, do we want to push high ground now? Do we want to be a little patient and finish up whatever next item it is that we feel like we need? They've got a lot of options. The Gyro has the Satanic now, and not far away from Mjolnir.
It's just like, I feel like they don't need these items right now. Like, they're so far ahead that I don't feel like you need to give more room for your enemy team to get more items. Like, I think you are at that really good point right now with these Aegis that you could just pressure high ground, but well, Michael is gonna get caught here.
Oh, yeah, there's that Underlord taxi service. Brings him up to the top lane, and they'll try to save Excel. The Invoker does get there in time. EMP, Tornado, Costabile in trouble again. Excel will still burn down. They're going to try to get the egg. It's going to be close, and they do manage to kill Flea. Now Tavo left behind. Yeah, he's got nothing to survive. He'll get brought down, and both supports from Infamous die, but they end up trading them for 4, so still not a bad engagement.
They're gonna push this top tower now with Pakas. He has a Mjolnir coming as well. He's really from this Gyro. They don't really have much answers to him right now, so... Well, they're just gonna look to play the save route. He's gonna push out the way, it's gonna get even bigger and get this tier 2 top, so...
Yep.
Might pressure high ground a bit if they feel strong about it. It does feel a bit annoying to push into this Ember and Treant, so they're just gonna...
They do have good high ground defense. Like, even Axe, Ember, Phoenix, all of them pretty good when they've got a high ground advantage. These close quarters, some slightly annoying places to put egg and fight around it.
Yep, they have to respect the damage and the team fight potential of Team Brazil. So how they're playing right now is still like fine. This is just kind of the securing the game. You're pushing out the waves, you're holding areas, and you're making sure that at least the enemy team is not farming the map. That's the most important thing. PL is still well, he's kind of close to the Manta, but not really having a great time either. So,
isn't that a sad state of affairs? After all this time, he's still just been working on the Manta, and yep, they're gonna find him again. Hey there, PL. See you later, there, bud. It's just painful. Oh man, I feel for this guy.
Axel also has a big GG right now.
That's it, dude. GG, they know. Yes, they could drag this out and be very annoying on the high ground, but they know that their win condition is pretty much non-existent.
Yep. Just a really solid game from Infamous. I don't think